Hi, my name is Dajan McCoy. I am currently an acting major, junior, at Howard University. When I was at Christopher Columbus Middle School, it was my first time being in an environment in which I was the only Black girl within my classroom, so that was a bit of, a change for me. So the program, on the other hand, was something where I could connect with my peers outside of classroom settings and outside of being in school, and it helped me to open up to the culture that was around me. And ARTE was really one of those things where I could just really go in and be myself regardless of the setting that I was in. Although it was something that was a program that was to help you with etiquette and stuff like that, it was another thing where it was like teaching you about yourself, more about yourself and more about the Hispanic culture that I was living in at the time. So I found that really useful to be in that program. It was after Slate was over, I was offered a job, my first job at 15 at the New Haven Board of Education, working hand in hand with Danny Diaz. And that was a really fun time for me, but it was also a time in which I utilized all the rudiments that I had learned from that program into my everyday life and into my everyday work life, working at the Board of Education. Do it! If you are presented with the opportunity to do something like this, a program such as this that gives you rudiments necessary for your overall enhancement of a person, you need to do it. Period. It's like without a doubt, without a question, it's one of the things that is going to set you up for how you live your life. It's one of those things where, like I said, even with the thing about tipping, I never tipped when I went to a restaurant before doing Slate. And it was one of those things that always stayed with me. Another thing, I never went into a audition room or into an interview and shook someone's hand before I actually did my interview or did my audition. That was another thing that I was able to take along with me for all of these years. And that happened in 7th grade. I'm a junior getting ready to graduate college now. So you really need to take this opportunity because there's not many others that are going to be presented like this. And when you go to high school, they're not going to teach you the things that Slate teaches. So definitely do it. Your time and your money is not going to be wasted or unvalued, period, with this program. I think that we need more programs like this throughout all of our schools. I think that these are things that need to be taught within our curriculum already, but because they're not, we need more programs such as Slate. We need more programs like this within our community that keeps kids off of the streets, but also teaches them how to be humans, how to be lovable and likable people. And I feel like Slate is the only place in which we can do that. So your money is going toward generations and generations of amazing people that we're putting out into the world. And I think that that's something that's dope. And I think that that's something that should be continued for years and years to come.